It's time for traffic cam. It's time for traffic cam. Time for traffic cam. It's time for traffic cam. We what? Time for traffic cam. It's time for traffic cam. Chimichanga. Time for traffic cam. It's time for the traffic cam. What's up, y'all? How we doing? Hello, everyone, and welcome to Traffic Cam. I'm on the Impractical Jokers Cruise number 4. And traffic's a bitch out here. There's a lot of rowboats. A whole rowboat situation going on here at the high seas. If you've never been to Traffic Cam, welcome. If you've come to Traffic Cam, welcome back. This is how it works. I talk to you while I'm in traffic in my automobile. It's the newest Tesla. And I give you updates all about the tenderloins. I let you know about fun things, and I answer questions from you guys, and then we sing and dance a little bit. So that's how Traffic Cam works. Welcome, thank you for joining me. So updates, let's talk it. Big update. Movie time, y'all. Got a movie coming out. We got a movie coming out. Comes into theaters on. I should really hold the wheel because that'd be dangerous. I'm like Guys, I feel like I'm being watched in traffic. There's a little Ewok man watching me. So February 21st, Impractical Jokers, the movie, comes out to theaters. Very excited about it. Worked very hard on it. I think you guys are gonna love it. Here's the thing with us. We never get the easy road to anything. So they're like, sure, you guys could do a movie, but we're only gonna put it out in a certain number of theaters. And we're like, they're gonna come out. The people are gonna come out. And they're like, okay, prove it. And we're like, fine, bitches, we will. So we're starting with a limited release. We need everybody to come out to the theater, so it goes nationwide the next weekend, which I'm sure it will do. It's fun. It's funny. It's bad at points. I'm not gonna lie. But I think it's the perfect mix, and I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it. So I'm excited about that. We just started pre-production on season 9 of Impractical Jokers. Yep. Still doing it. Season 9. We've had some very fun ideas for punishments and whatnot. I just had a really funny one the other day that I texted to McCarthy, who's our head writer, James McCarthy, and he wrote back, genius, period. So I can't wait to get that one going. What else is going on? I'm on the boat, like I said. Misery Index, we just filmed season 2, which is a lot of fun, so we had that going on. So there's a lot of that going on. I have 6 dogs. They're still doing great. Napoleon's the newest guy. He's fantastic. Love Napoleon. Here's the thing about Napoleon. He's actually like a dog. The other ones are like just sleeping stuffed animals that just bark every now and again. But he's like, he brings over like a ball. And I'm like, I'm napping. What are you doing? Like, he wants to play. He's really fun. Him and Cannolis get into it a little bit. I think Cannolis has a crush. Don't want to put her on blast, but hey, shoot your shot, Cannolis. Who knows? So that's going good. I've got 2 kids. They're fantastic. Yeah. Yep. Milana and Remo, they're doing great. Remo is like a little human now. It's very funny. The kid's obsessed with Baby Shark. And even when he's talking to you, he'll do Baby Shark stuff. Now, I'm like, how you doing? He's like, yes. He's like this, yes. And then when he goes around the family, like we say, who's that? Grandma, Grandpa, right? And he gets to Grandpa, he goes, Grandpa. Very fun. They're doing great. Bessie is fantastic. She is holding down the fort while I'm here at the high seas in this killer traffic. And the traffic is terrible. There's so much. The timing. No. All right, well, we'll work on it. My friend DJ Gerace is in the back seat. He's here. Couldn't do Traffic Cam without him. I wish I could. Honestly, I wish I could do it without him, but I can't. All right, so let's get into some questions. What do you say? Yeah! All right. Let me just scroll to find a question I like. Did you really... Any question that starts with "Did you really take a shit" is just the type of question that's Joe Gatto. Did you really take a poop when you had to ask for toilet paper as a loser of the punishment? I'm a master of my craft. I deuced it right up in that place. I really wanted to get in the spirit of the whole thing. We're having our wedding in St. Pete, Florida on 12/12/20. You guys want to come? No thanks. You're just looking for the gift, and you know, I don't even know you. Since so many people in New York City know you and the Tenderloins, will you expand to other cities? We've done like 47 travel episodes. Pay attention. Maybe down south, maybe in Huntsville, Alabama, maybe come to my wedding. Why does everybody want me at their wedding? Did you meet your wife during an episode? No. That would be really weird, wouldn't it? Got ya. So, you want to go for a drink? No, I met my lovely wife Bessie in my other life when I worked as a baby store salesman, where I didn't sell baby stores. That sounds weird. I sold high-end baby furniture and gear, and she was working in the West Coast as a new employee, and my job was to train people. So I went and trained her, and then she asked me out on a date. Yeah. Which I was shocked at because. I mean, luckily at that point I wasn't in high definition yet because it's just, there's so many of them. It's just like, how many does this guy have? And you know, she took her shot, like Cannolis should. What's your favorite horror movie? Ooh, good question. I wasn't really into horrors that much. Bessie really liked them, so I had to start watching them and pretend I wasn't scared. I really liked The Conjuring. That was a really good one. But I just saw, which was a fun one, I just saw Countdown. I don't know if you guys saw that one. It was, it's basically, there was an app that tells you when you die. And of course, my window was open, sorry. The app tells you when you die, and of course there's like one guy opens, he's like, oh, 47 years, I lived to 97. And one girl opens, it's like 3 minutes, and she's like, what the f-? And then she dies. It was really funny. It was really fun. Funny. She's dead, what are you gonna do? What's coming up with future punishments? Will they be inspired by the movie? I don't understand your question, I apologize. How many tickets did you get on Highland Boulevard? Oh, Highland Boulevard's a street in Staten Island where I grew up. Well, Highland Boulevard's here. I'm on the corner of Highland and shut up. I didn't get any tickets on Highland Boulevard. I was Mariners Harbor guy. How many girls did you kiss in the breezeway at Farrell? Why is there so many Staten Island questions? Well, we went to an all-boy high school, so I don't know how many kisses I had in my high school. 0. Can't say the same for the other guys. Well, wow, this person was definitely drinking. Would you traffic come? This is what it says. I know what they mean, but this is legit what it says. If you would do traffic jam with someone dead, who? If you would. If I would someone dead. Well, if the boys were here, my answer always, whenever anyone asks me in public about death, it's my parents, because the boys turn beet red and start crying. Like, we did a full interview once where I just went into, this is my favorite interview of all time. I'm very fine at peace with, things happen, life moves on, they're watching from upstairs, love you guys. But we did an interview where they said, tell us about your favorite places in Staten Island. And we're all going around, and Q talks about his favorite pizza place. And then it comes up to me, and the guys just start like biting their lip, and Sal already starts sweating because he knows what's coming. I'm like, if you get the chance, you got to stop by Moravian Cemetery and say hi to my parents. And the lady turned beet red, and Sal just started doing that thing where he doesn't want to, like, try to hide and laugh and shake. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. This literally just says, which is your funniest? Which is my funniest what? Body part belly. I'll leave it at that. Okay, next question. I'm going to fire through a lot of these because I know you guys want to know answers. out there on the internet. Have you made your first million, Dennis? Dennis, mind your business, Dennis. Why are you all my business? And if I haven't made $1 million yet and I'm doing this for 10 seasons, I'm doing something wrong. I need new representation. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have 2 sisters who I love very much, Carla and Gina. Carla was on the show. She got her ass grabbed by Murray. And then Vinny came and beat the hell out of him while he was wearing a piñata. And then my older sister, Gina, has not been on the show at all, but we became very tight, like I said about my parents, we became very tight, we're a very tight unit, and once a year I take them away, we go do a thing called Power 6, where it's just the 6 of us and our significant others and no kids, and we just did that in Turks and Caicos, and it was a lot of fun. They are crazy, they're crazier than me actually, they should be on TV. People need to be able to space their writing. This is just literally, it's like all the letters are together. What is your favorite thing to do outside of working? Jessica, nap. Cuddle my puppies. Biscotti, I miss my biscotti. I thought I put the window up. What's your favorite donut? If we're gonna go old school, it was Boston cream back in the day. I also rocked a toasted coconut, which I loved, but then I really, you can't go wrong with just a nice glaze from Krispy Kreme. It's just a standard. Back in the days when I was hitting it hard, I had this thing, was a Krispy Kreme sandwich where they used the glazed donuts as, how fat is America? What do you think of the multiverse? What the weird fucking... It's a cruise, take it easy. Why are you hitting me with this? It's barely noon. I gotta talk to you about the multiverse? I'm scared if you think there's multiple of me out there because we're in trouble. Do you ever born a woman? What? Do you ever born a woman? I'm all man, baby. He's winning me back, I'm gonna be honest. How is it going from 1 kid to 2 kids? It sucked. It sucked. Don't listen to me. I'm gonna shoot you straight right here. Look at me in the eyeballs. The 2nd kid's hard. People were all like, it's great, they'll have a sibling. It sucked. It was so hard. Like, we had the schedule down. Milan was like, I'll go to bed. And then here comes Rima, running all over the place, punching each other. I love them, but it sucked. I'm gonna shoot you straight here on Traffic Cam. That's what I do, I shoot straight. How old were you when you finally lost your virginity? 21 years old, my 21st birthday. Took me a little, took me a little while to get there, but I got there, that's all that matters. This just says, why is? Just think about it. Just think about it for a moment. Why is? Could be. Or might have. Think about that. If you could change one thing about your body, would it be a smaller nose? My favorite part is when you insult me, do me a favor, write your name on it, Glenn from Canada, you piece of... Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I would not change one thing about myself because look where I am in life, and that's what happens. And also, Glenn from Canada, one of the most famous things I've ever done on the show, behind Larry and Scoopsy Pataz, is nosing people, and I couldn't do that with a small nose, bitch. Also, Glenn from Canada, thank you so much for coming on the cruise. I hope you're enjoying yourself. See our movie in theaters, 2/21. What kind of music do you like? Do you like the same kind of music? Do I like the same kind of music as who? What kind of music do you like? Do you like the same kind of music? I like music. I like all sorts of music. The only thing I never really got into was heavy metal, because I just ran somebody over. Get out of the way. I gotta take their Tesla into the shop. I like all types of music. What is your favorite car to drive? The traffic cam vehicle. Here's the thing, guys. I recently moved, and I need to use my GPS more. That's why there's less traffic cams, because I use my phone. Shooting you straight. This person has very small handwriting and wrote a lot in this little phone. Some of the punishments seem cruel, but funny. How does it affect your friendship? What is the longest time people stop talking to each other? I don't think we ever really got mad about a punishment. I'm trying to remember, because we're at 200 punishments. I don't think we ever, what we would say, crossed the line. I will say the maddest I've ever seen Murray. Well, not the mad. Well, here's a story. There was a punishment where Murray had to be dressed like Dracula. And here's the thing, we all know, we're all into it, we do it. Listen, this is the show, we try to do our best to make the best of comedy. We're like, Murray, we're gonna dress you as Dracula, you're gonna go out there and do a one-man play about Dracula. He grabbed me by the shirt and he went, Joe, how the hell is that funny? And I said, trust me. He goes, this is gonna be a bad punishment. I want, my punishment to be good. And I was like, Murray, it's gonna be great, don't worry about it. He's like, it's not gonna be great, I don't know Dracula. That's a legit sentence James Murray said to me. It's not gonna be great, I don't know Dracula. So I said, trust me, it's gonna be great. He was mad. He doesn't know Dracula. He was gonna be mad because he thought it was gonna be a bad punishment. What he didn't realize was that he didn't matter about Dracula at all, because there was about to be a gospel choir to come out and the city had to dance with a gospel choir. So that's really what the punishment was. So that's one of the times that sticks out to me as when a punishment had gone wrong, because Murray had no idea it was coming. That was fun. This person clearly changed their mind, almost threw it out, and then was like, you know what, F it. If you could be any animal other than a dog, what kind would you be? Signed, Danbo. I love you, Danbo. I would be a hawk. I always wanted to get up there and spread my wings. Fly, especially with this big beak. Dan from Canada. Celeb crush growing up, celeb crush now. Celeb crush growing up. I was definitely into like Alyssa Milano. I was a Staten Island boy, right? So Alyssa Milano, Charisma Carpenter from Buffy. She did it for me for a minute. A couple minutes if I'm gonna be honest. Celeb crush now, Sal Volcano. Were you really a hall monitor at St. Adalbert's Grammar School? I went to St. Adalbert's. I wasn't a hall monitor. Here's the thing about St. Adalbert's. This was the worst part about St. Adalbert's. St. Adalbert's was a Catholic school I went to from first grade to 8th grade. And when you got in trouble, they stuck you in the hallway and you had to face a corner. And you just faced the corner like it was like the end of what's that movie I'm thinking of? Blair Witch. It's the ending of it was the end of Blair Witch. Like you stood in the corner and they like shamed you. The nuns pulled you out and you're like, you stand here and you're in trouble. The worst part was my mother was the secretary of that school, right? So my Italian mother that used to beat me for practice was the secretary, right? And she was the only woman in the school. It was all nuns. And she's the only woman that wore heels. And the hallways, you would hear the click clacks, right? So where you got in trouble was in the main lobby, so she had to pass every time like she would go, right? So I would hear her coming and I'd be like, when I would get in trouble, and I'd be like, oh shit, and I would like try to get really small in the corner. I'd be like, oh, she can't see me if I do this, right? And I would hear the click clacks, it'd be click clack, 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 click clack. And she would come and grab me by the back of the neck and she goes, you are an embarrassment. When we're home, you're dead, you hear me? In a Catholic school, she'd be threatening to beat me with a wooden spoon. It was great. That was the worst part about that school, but I didn't get in trouble much, so that was fine. Worst crime you've ever committed? Like I'm gonna tell you on traffic cam. Little bit of robbery. How did you get on Misery Index? What? You forgot a word. How do you get on Misery Index? A caveman asks. How do you get on Misery Index? I want to be on. So does a lot of people. You have to submit and go through the process. I don't do anything about that. They don't even let us know who the contestants are because there's so many rules, like so many weird rules, like you can't know the clips. Why? What is that going to do? I still don't know the answers. They're like, you can't know what we're showing. I'm like, leave me alone. Too many rules on a game show. We all know you love those pups, but, ooh, in caps. Here comes the twist, y'all. But what are your thoughts on cats? Will Milana have a kitty in her future? Aw. And then you gave me your room number, which was odd. Wait, is this double entendre right here? You're talking about a kitty? What? It's international waters, don't judge. This is a riddle. Where is the front of bus? Turn over for answer. I don't know what the hell's going on. To be honest, I'll shoot you straight, I tried, I just couldn't get it. Do you know who stole our bottle of tequila from the pool deck last night? I do. You might be looking at him right now. Oh yeah. What was the worst crime you ever committed? A little bit of robbery of a tequila bottle. What and who are the Tenderloins comedy troupe? What the fuck? Are you stupid face? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. We're the Tenderloins. Who and what are the Tenderloins? You really don't know who the Tenderloins are? We're the Tenderloins. I know the confusion. You're like, no, you're not. You're the Impractical Jokers. We're the Tenderloins first. Google it. In 1999, we formed a comedy troupe, and that's who we are. And the real people know who they are. Oh shit, drop that one. That's so far away, I'm never getting that. What is your favorite vacation spot? I love Turks and Caicos. It's a lot of fun there, and it's easy to get to from New York. But one of my favorite vacations I'm on right now, the Impractical Jokers cruise. Here's the thing about the cruise, because like you have the license to be like, dude, I'm at sea, leave me alone. Like I can't get in touch with you, you can't answer emails. Like you feel completely detached, and you're on literally vacation with fans and friends, which is unbelievable. So I would say this is one of the best vacations anyone's ever done. Do you like to punish the other guys? Love, Caden, age 11. Aw. Caden, of course I love punishing the other guys. That's the whole idea of the show. It's one of my favorite activities, actually, Caden, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I suggest you're 11 years old, find some friends, punch the hell out of them, stick together for about 20, 22 years, make a comedy troupe called the Tenderloinettes, have your own cruise, get asked who the Tenderloinettes are, and say that's us. Seems like a good life plan. Okay. Wow, this person was seriously, either the boat was rocking or they still haven't slept off that tequila. When's the last time you went to jail? Why does everyone think I'm a criminal? Have I done something that I don't know? Hi, chicken, I'm Quinn. That's what that says. Hi, chicken, I'm Quinn. Hi, chicken, I'm Quinn. Hi, Quinn, I'm chicken, apparently. Rick from Pompano wants to know. He wrote that and put ... That's phenomenal. That's some serious, like, lead up, and I'm proud of you, Rick from Pompano. Oh my God, and ready for the question? What's your favorite sound? Hands down. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Rick from Pompano. I love you, Rick from Pompano. I just hit Rick from Pompano, oh shit. Get out of the way, Rick. I get it's on brand, but still. What night out memory do you have of the other guys that they may not be able to remember? Sal's 30th birthday. I'm a designated driver, I don't drink. Me, Sal Q, in Sal's car. Driving home from the bar we were at in the city, you have to take the the BQE, it's a raised highway. So I'm driving Sal's car, and it's like a raised highway, so you can't pull over. Sal, it's his birthday, had a little beverage. Had a little more beverage, had a lot of beverages. Q was there, they had lots of beverages together. Q's passed out in the back. I'm driving, Sal's sitting inside. And this is, Sal starts doing the, He looks at me and he goes, sorry, Gatto, you gotta pull over. I'm on a raised highway. Can't pull over, there's no place to pull over, no shoulder. I'm like, all right, you got, dude, I'm sorry, I can't pull over anyway. He's like, all right, here we go. He rolls down the window, sticks his head down, throws up outside the car. Q's in the back, laying down, going, let it out, buddy! Finally get off the race highway, get down, get to Sal's house. There's a stop sign. I'm not paying attention. Run the stop sign. Worst crime I ever committed. Run the stop sign, get pulled over right in front of Sal's house, literally. Here comes the cop. Knocks on the window. He's like, hey, have you been drinking tonight? In the back, Q laying down. Didn't even get up for the police officer. I'm a fireman! Holding his badge up. I'm a fireman! And he has a fistful of PBA cards and throws them to me. PBA cards just come flying into the front. They hit the dashboard. Sal is looking at the guy and I go, well, officer, I haven't been drinking, but my friends have. His other friend, the other cop is on the other side and he looks down and sees the car is painted with Sal's throw up. He looks at the car, he goes, where are you going? And I was literally in front of Sal's house. I go, there. He goes, have a good night. He owes you a car wash, and that was it. Too sorry. To Joe from Joe. Are you yelling, or is it just because you're Italian? It's a healthy mix of both, I would say. If you were on death row, what the did I do something? Is there something on the internet? Because I don't have Wi-Fi service right now that's out there that people know that what would be your last meal? Oh, I would forget the whole vegan thing for the last meal. Forget that. Get like a steak and chicken sandwich. No, I'm kidding. I would definitely do an eggplant parmesan. Yeah. But I don't want to think about death row. Why wouldn't it be like if you could have your favorite meal? Why lead it up with, hey, you're gonna die, what do you want to eat? I might go back old school and get that sandwich we talked about, that glazed Krispy Kreme donut breakfast sandwich. Yeah. What is your favorite day and why? I like a good Tuesday. I've said it for years, you can't beat a good Tuesday. Oh, that's backwards. If you could have a superpower, which would it be and why? Ashley, I would be able to control time. Here's why. I waste so much time. Waste so much time waiting and stuff. I would love to just be like, okay, stop. All right, fast forward this whole thing. I would love to DVR my life. Get rid of all the bullshit you don't want to deal with. Fast forward, I'd be able to extend, like I wake up tired, be like, you know what, give me a couple more hours, turn that back. That's what I would do. Adjust time, that'd be my favorite. When I was younger, I used to play this thing called adventure games. I was cool. This game where adventure games where I would narrate stories to people and I would give them superpowers. It was kind of like a Lord of the Rings meets I'm a nerd in my backyard playing with my friends. And I used to assign the superpowers and I always would take that one and people would want it. And I'd be like, no, that's my superpower. If you had to cast the four of you in a biopic of yourselves, who would you cast? Sal would be played by J-Lo. She'd crush it for sure. Quinn, I think, would be played by Kevin Smith. I think would do a great Quinn because he knows the boy. Yeah, I see that for sure. No one in the world could play Murray, so he'd have to be himself would probably be Murray. And then me would be Steve Carell, I think. Steve Carell. If somebody had to play Murray, I think it would have to be, I was actually going to just say, oh, sorry. I was just going to say that, sir. Actually, I think Kevin Spacey would play a great Murray. It's like an odd duck. Oh, before, like the old school one, not the whole, not for the reason you got. That's fucked up, that's not. No, I think like because quirky, you know what? No, Murray, you know what? We always say this all the time. It's like, no, Murray is unlike anybody. When I be like, no one ever comes up to me and was like, oh, I have friends like you. You know, I have a friend who's just like Sal. No one ever says Murr. No one's ever like, I have a Murr, because Murr's ours. That's it, you can't have Murr. Nobody's got a Murr, he's our Murr. Do you get to enjoy any downtime on this cruise? No. Have you seen me? I'm all over the place. I was karaokeing at like 4 a.m. and then I took a nap and now I'm here. How do you feel about the show? Do you like it or do you love it? Delaney. I love the show. I wouldn't still be doing it if I didn't love it. We made a pact that we would stop doing it when we stopped having fun, and we're still doing it 200 episodes in, so. That's for sure. What do you do with your dogs when you're on vacation? Like the cruise. I have a wife, she's staying home with the dogs. There's an or. I get to pick what question I'm gonna answer. I don't like that one, let's see what the or is. What was it about your dogs that attracted you to adopt them? Oh, that's sweet, Nikki. Well, here's the thing about the dogs. I bought Cannoli, and then we realized quickly that the whole puppy mill situation, like Cannoli had like allergy, we had to take Cannoli for allergy testing. Like Murray. We had to take her for allergy testing because she was all screwed up, and then the allergy list came back, and I'm not kidding you. The list of things she was allergic to was insane, and two of the things on the list, one of them was grass, and the other one was human dander. She's allergic to humans. I have a dog that's allergic to humans. Think about that for a second. And we always thought it was cute. She'd always be like, I was like, oh, she's cute. She's sneezing. She's like, seriously, give me some Benadryl. So then when we got Biscotti, my first rescue, I was like, Bessie really found a picture of Biscotti online. And this is so, I'm a big fan of like, everything happens for a reason kind of deal. So I'll get a little deep here for a second, because why not? We're all friends here on Traffic Cam. So it was the only day ever. And think about this, we filmed at this time, I just got the numbers, 537 bits over 200 episodes. That means 537 times we went to work. One time we got shut down by the cops. One time in a park, and it was this day. Bessie found a picture of Biscotti online at a rescue right by where we were filming. She's like, hey, why don't you go? I said, and see if you like her, because she liked her. And I said, we're filming till 5, they close at 5, I can't go. Fast forward, we're shining shoes. Murray pissed off a guy because we threw his shoe or some shit. The nerve of this guy. He calls the cops, cops come. They were like, listen, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, all right, well, we gotta go. And it was 3 o'clock. So I said to Bessie, all right, we were living in the city at the time. I said, bring Cannoli, and if Cannoli likes Biscotti, we'll get her. Biscotti was super scared, had a tail between her legs. Cannoli came in, and she started wagging her tail, and they put their noses together. Yep, they were sisters from that minute. I was like, all right, let's try it. Let's take her home. Take her home. That's Biscotti. The next one we got, so Spumoni is a little one, right? And I'm in Vegas for the iHeart Music Festival, and they're doing press, and there's this company called Love Pup that, genius idea. They bring the dogs that are adoptable to take pictures with celebrities. So people like Miley Cyrus, all the people are there, and they take pictures with them, Taylor Swift and all, and then we go in for an interview. So it's me, Q, I think it was only me and Q at this interview. And I'm sitting there doing the interview, and Spumoni walks over and sits on my lap and falls asleep. And this is why I love my fans. Are you ready for this? It's 6 o'clock at night. I have a show in Vegas at 8. I fly out the next morning, 7 a.m. to Phoenix. Spumoni falls asleep on my lap. I'm like, okay, I'm taking this dog. And the guy's like, well, that's not how it works. And Q goes, if you're Joe Gatto, that's how it works. I have an hour to go where I have to go. The closest Petco is like far away. So I call up Petco and I'm like, hey, you guys deliver? The girl's like, no. I'm like, by chance, do you watch the show Impractical Jokers? And she goes, oh my God, I love that show. I said, I'm Joe. And she's like, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. Go on the internets right now, look at the MGM. I have a show tonight at the MGM. She sees it, she's like, oh my God, you're Joe. I said, do me a favor. I'm gonna adopt the dog. Could you deliver me everything I need to the MGM? She does it, brings everything, and then we get that dog because of her fan, right? I love it. I wouldn't have Spumoni if it wasn't for fans like ours that are the best in the world. So that's it. I really do believe they pick you, so that's it. That was a long way to answer that, but there you go, a little bit of insight. How many cannolis have you ever eaten in one sitting? I knocked out a dozen straight up full size at one point in my life. Yeah, I ain't afraid of no cannolis. Is your wife on the cruise? Denise. No. This is so, follow-up question from Denise. What's your diet consist of? Those are two burning questions in Denise's mind. What does your diet consist of? Is your wife on the cruise? Mostly vegetables. Nom nom nom. Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom. What's your all-time favorite dessert? Cannolis. Hence the 12 in a sitting. Will you marry my girlfriend? Josh. Wait. Josh, I don't know if you know how girlfriends work. But let's see it. Favorite store to visit? Nope. State? Nope. Store or state? Well, my favorite store. I love Nordstrom, and I love Ohio. I love a Nordstrom in Ohio. It's clearly an accident on the thruway. What's your favorite Marvel character? I was always a Spider-Man guy growing up. In the movie world, though, you really can't beat the way that Tony Stark was played. Robert Downey's unbelievable at his craft. I thought that was really well done. And I just think the chemistry of that whole crew, they did such a good job with that casting. I think that's a big part of it. Yeah, Marvel, great. If you had a famous black guy in the group, well, it's fucking 2020. I ain't going anywhere near that shit right now. My manager's up in the thing, he's like, no. The whole thing goes down because of traffic cam. If you had to sleep with one of the guys, who would it be? Again? Just trying to remember how they all were the last time. He was tender. I mean, you gotta go with Sal just for the cuddle after. Can you do any cool party tricks? What am I? A fall hire clown that goes to kid shows? I do know one card trick. It's super easy and I'll teach you all of it. Grab the deck, right, like this. If you have a deck of cards, right, and you hold it here and you put your thumb on the bottom card, peek to see what the bottom card is before. And you say, tell me when to stop, and you peel the cards back. But then when you pull the cards out, just pull the bottom card with your thumb. And you can be like, oh, 3 of diamonds. And people go, what? And you do it the second time and it's like, oh, Jack of spades. They're like, holy shit, he's amazing. By the 3rd time they get it, so don't do it 3 times in a row. How many dogs do you names and what the? Do people get nervous writing on this thing? How many dogs and names do you have? Your fave? That's what that says. 6 dogs. Cannoli, Biscotti, Tartufo, Spumoni, Pignoli, who I hope is still alive when I get home, and Napoleon. Favorite, Biscotti, hands down. Don't tell the other ones. I hope they're not watching. Don't watch this. Bessie, make them look away. Okay, and what is the meaning of life? Surround yourself with people that make you better and have fun before the clock runs out. All right, that's all the time we have for Traffic Cam, everybody. I just want to say, take a moment for all my friends out there that have joined me today. I know there's a lot going on the boat. Thank you so much for coming. For all you guys that always watch for me, I love you so much. You guys know what you mean to me. I have the best fans in the world. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I love meeting you and hearing your stories and hearing about how our comedy helps you get through some stuff. And I'm here to remind you that life sucks sometimes. All you have to do is suck harder. And sorry. You get through it, find yourself with people who support you. I promise you, it will get better. I've been there. It's been terrible for me, and I just stuck through it, found some people that I care about. Sometimes it took to be alone by myself, and that's what you gotta do sometimes. So, if you're having a tough time, here's a hug. Google it, laugh a little bit. We love you all. This boat is filled with great people. Get out there and make a friend, and I love you guys. Thanks for watching Traffic Cam. We'll see you next time.